Before we start the video, I do want to apologize for the lack of Itagaki-ness on screen right now. Yes, this is not one of his games. I just have tons and tons of Ghostwire Tokyo footage, and I figured I should use it. Besides, ripping the core out of the enemies is so satisfying. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? That's badass. I love it. Anyways, back on topic. Team Ninja fans, Itagaki fans, we have an update. Now, this news came out last month, but it is very, very important that we talk about this. Itagaki is working on an MMORPG with NFTs. This is not a joke. Pick your mouth off of the ground now. Even my brain can barely process what I just said. Now, I totally understand there are a lot of gamers that don't care about this stuff. I barely understand it myself, but I don't think you should write this game off just yet. Not only are we going to talk about that, there is also an interview of the man himself posted on YouTube. I stumbled across this totally by accident. So with that being said, let's just jump right into the video. I don't want to waste any more time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I am Ryofu and you are watching The Gaming Harbinger. If you are new here, I cover anime and gaming news. I also review anime series as well as conventions. I have gotten a lot of positive feedback the past year for my Team Ninja and Itagaki coverage, so that is why I am making this video. On July 12th, Tomonobu Itagaki announced on Twitter that his new studio Apex Game Studios would be creating an MMORPG with NFTs. The game is called Warrior. If you go to the website provided in the video description below, you can see a 30-second clip of some combat from the actual game. The graphics look like standard mobile game graphics, but the gameplay looks fast-paced and engaging, which is what we would expect from Itagaki. Now, I know somebody flipped the table just now. I did say standard mobile game graphics. You didn't hear me wrong. Which I am a little curious why in his post they are using certain verbiage in this description of the game. It feels like they're trying to disguise the fact that it's a mobile game instead of just outright saying, hey guys, I made this mobile game. This is what it's about. Hope you check it out. Or maybe I'm missing something, but I just feel like it's all these other terms are being thrown around instead of just outright saying it's a mobile game. All right, so look, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna sound a little less professional in this instance, so my opinion is gonna probably ooze out of my pores for a second, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I am disappointed in this announcement. I mean, maybe Itagaki had some issues securing a publisher, and I hate to bring this up because I know it's from such a long time ago, but he did have legal issues prior to the release of Ninja Gaiden 2 that we're all aware of. I don't need to repeat it, but he could have even been blackballed way back then when that happened. Just an idea, you know, I don't have any tangible evidence or anything like that, but I'm just throwing it out there. Now, of course, there is another reason he would do this and not be blackballed. So I'm going to talk about that now. Why would Itagaki attach himself to NFTs? In that interview I mentioned earlier, he answers that question. However, if you are watching this video, there is a high chance you already have an idea of what it is. I will leave a second link in the description of this video for that interview. I highly encourage you to check it out, even if you are apprehensive about this game. It's a thorough 18-minute video, and it goes over some of the stuff you probably have questions in regards to the game, which I just rather not get into for this video. Now, back to my second point. Itagaki is a man that is fascinated with the latest technology. I don't see this the same as some random dude bro that's trying to get rich. Itagaki saw the original Xbox as this new exciting console. Same thing with Nintendo consoles. The things that some people would shrug off as gimmicks, Itagaki would be willing to play around with and see what he could come up with. In Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate, that was one of the earliest fighting games that you could play online. Not saying it's the first, but you get what I'm saying. Dead or Alive 4 had a lobby system that was way, and I mean way ahead of its time. Even Dead or Alive Volleyball was one of the games that allowed you to alter music in the game. I thought that was so badass back then. That was one feature that should have carried over to all systems now. Ninja Gaiden did have a release on the DS, and you had to play with the stylus. Not easy, but very intuitive and precise. I am saying all this to say that Itagaki has always followed the pulse of the latest technology. While some fans might see NFTs as a greedy business practice, I think Itagaki might see this as just the latest thing for him to tinker with and figure out. By the way, yes, I am sort of defending him, but I think what I'm really doing is holding my judgment until I see the final product. This is most certainly a direction I wouldn't have predicted. If you look at his first announcement of the game on Twitter, you can see a lot of comments from people being disappointed, but trying to be polite. Some not as much. I would say it's funny, but I understand their pain. In fact, you know what? Wait a minute, hold on. You know what? Let's read some. Probably the biggest shot to the nuts someone can take is hearing that Itagaki got into the corrupt NFT business. Whew. Brutal. Web3? Blockchain? Oh no, that's terrible. That's a serious gut punch. You can do better. And you should do better. Damn, Thomas, you over here killing it. If it's as good as Devil's Third, this will get the reception it deserves. Man, these people. Well, that's bitterly disappointing. I'm sure you could have found funding from traditional publishers, Itagaki-san. I respect your work, Itagaki-san, but this is a letdown. I was expecting for you and your new team to make a new fighting game or a great action that is similar to Ninja Gaiden series. I wish you and your team the best with the new game announced. Please consider making a fighting game. This guy, he gets it. Now, let me read my favorite. Ninja Gaiden 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. Just make more games like that. Put them on consoles and you can buy as many sunglasses and black leather jackets as your house can contain. Well said, my friend. In conclusion, I'm not trying to sell anyone on this game, but I will probably give it a shot. I completely understand if some of you are disappointed in this announcement, but I am trying to be positive and just wait till I can test it out for myself. Of course, I'm hoping that this isn't the only project he's working on. I find it so weird that around the time I learned about Itagaki's new game, I learned about Rise of the Ronin and Wolong Fallen Dynasty. Because even though Dead or Alive 6 was a fumble, those two games look promising, and yeah, who's making those games? Team Ninja. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for me. Please let me know down in the comments if you are going to try out Warrior. I would say you should definitely watch the interview. I could have mentioned more things about it, but I think it would be better if you watch it and take it in for yourself. I will keep you posted on how things will pan out with Warrior. Thank you for watching the video, and I will see you next time.